Good day, Doctor. Our group is going to present our mini project titled about Modern Banking Simplified, introducing the Wells Bank system. My name is Dion Jagger. So I'm going to introduce you about the Wells Bank system. Wells Bank system is a modern and robust banking solution designed to streamline financial transactions and enhance user experience. Our system offers a range of features including account creation, fund transfer, deposit, withdrawals, loan handling, and so on. We aim to provide a secure and efficient banking services to our user. So join us to explore the key functionalities and benefits of the Wells Bank system. First, we are going to define our variables. As you can see in the screen, we included two libraries which are stdio.h and string.h. The services are divided into several functions to make the coding more simplified and easier to be seen. We have also some global variables here so that the coding does not look too complex, and pointer variables are also used in this coding. So move on to our main function. First of all, we have a loop here. It is a do-while loop, means that the users can see the menu. The menu consists of the services provided by the Wells Bank. For example, create bank account, transfer funds, deposit, withdrawal, check balance, loan, update account, delete account, and search account. Lastly, you can quit the loop by choosing the option of 10. The user is asked to enter the choice in order to proceed to our next step, which is our switch case. Case is used to handle user selection. So by selecting choice 1, create account function will be called and the create account service will be provided through this function. Same goes for the other choices. But if you enter any numbers other than 1 to 10, such as 11, 12, then invalid choices will be printed and the loop will continue. Means that you need to choose again in order to let the program go on. As you can see here, while choice not equals to 10, the loop will be continue unless 10 is chosen as the user's choice, then the user will exit the loop, which means the user also exit the system by choosing 10. Next is our create account function. It is a void without parameter function. There are some local variables here, such as deposit, A interest, which indicates the annual interest given by the bank, pointer to deposit amount, variable to hold account type selection. So immediately you can see a create bank account title there, and the information of the user is asked so that they can proceed to the next step. Flush stdin is used to clear the input buffer. So after users key in their information, personal information, age is considered as the first priority information. If the account holder's age is less than 18, then a guardian's name is required so that the account is created under the permission of their guardians. There are two account types can be chosen by the user, which is savings account and fixed deposit. So after enter the choice of their account type, they need to enter their initial deposit amount so that the account can be created. The minimum of the deposit amount is 10 ringgit, and then the PIN number is to be set so that in the future they can use it to withdraw their money after the permission of the account holder. So there's a difference between savings account and fixed deposit, such as if you choose account type 2, which is fixed deposit, for account holder less than 18 years old, annual interest of 10% will be given to the account holders. Else if savings account is chosen by the user, extra 5% annual interest will be entered into the bank balance of the account holder. So what if the age of account holder is greater than 18? It is the same for the account type, which is savings account and fixed deposit. After choosing the type of accounts, same as the account holder for less than 18, a minimum 10 ringgit is required for initial deposit amount. PIN number is also needed so that their account security can be enhanced. So the difference between the account holder, the difference between account holder for less than 18 years old and larger than 18 years old is, if the account holder is older than 18, then the annual interest for fixed deposit is only 5% instead of 10%. While for savings account, the annual interest for adults are 1% instead of 5%. So after creating the account details will be updated in a file by calling the function update account file. After that, it will print out the account created successfully with a balance of how many you enter in the account, means that the initial deposit amount here, to let the user know how much is in the bank account now. So move on to the next function, which is the transfer funds function. It is also a void function without parameter. There are some local variables here, such as trans indicating the transfer amount, a pointer used to indicate the transfer amount. RB means that the recipient bank choice, a variable to hold enter PIN. So after choosing a transfer funds service, a transfer funds will be printed indicating that the service users choose is transfer funds. And then the recipient bank account details is asked so that the transaction can be successful. And then the user's PIN number is asked for authentication. Then a series of if-else statement is used to ensure that the transaction can be undergone successfully. There are two conditions needed to be fulfilled by the user, which is the transfer amount must be less than the balance amount, and the PIN must be matched with the PIN number set earlier. After fulfilling both conditions, then a series of if-else statement is used to ensure that the transaction can be undergone successfully. There are two conditions needed to be fulfilled, such as the transaction amount must be less than the balance amount, and the PIN number entered must be matched with the PIN number set for the account. After fulfilling both conditions, nested if are used to determine whether the service charge will be applied. If the recipient bank is Wells Bank, which is the same bank as the account holder, then the service charge will not be applied. But if the recipient bank is out of Wells Bank, such as other banks such as Public Bank, RHB Bank, Bank Islam, so on, service charge of 10 cents will be deducted from the bank balance of the account holder. If the transaction is undergo under the Wells Bank, then the deduction is only within the transfer amount. The function of display transaction message will be called, and transaction successful will be printed, indicating the transaction to the other bank account is successful. That the account details will be updated in the file by calling the update account file function. If either one of the condition is not fulfilled, then insufficient balance or incorrect PIN will be printed, indicating the transaction is unsuccessful. So the next service provided is deposit money. And same as the other services, deposit money is also divided into another new function. The local variables in this function is deposit as a float and a pointer to deposit amount. Same as the other service provider, when the users click for the deposit money options, deposit money will be shown on the screen indicating the user choose these services as their option. And then the amount to be deposited is asked for user to enter, and the deposit amount entered by the user is then read by the system. And if else statement is used to check if the deposit is at least 10 ringgit. If the deposit amount is at least 10 ringgit, the deposit will be added to the current balance, and a display transaction message function will be called to indicate the money is deposited successfully. The account details will then updated through update account file function. Else, if the deposited amount is not enough 10 ringgit, this statement will be printed indicating the deposited is unsuccessful.
Hello guys, so now I'm going to be explaining about void withdrawn money without parameter. The withdraw money function is responsible for facilitating the withdrawal of funds from a user's account. The function first prompts the user to enter the amount they wish to withdraw and their PIN for authentication. It then checks if the withdrawal amount is greater or equal to the minimum required (RM10) or does not exceed the available balance. Additionally, the function verifies if the entered PIN matches the store PIN using the check PIN function. If all conditions are met, the function deducts the withdrawal amount from the balance, displays a success message, and updates the account details in file. Otherwise, it informs the user of any error such as insufficient fund or an incorrect PIN. Next, we're going to look at void check balance without parameter. The check balance function provides user with the ability to view their current account balance. This function simply prints the current balance to the console, formatted to two decimal places. It serves as a straightforward and essential feature for users to monitor their financial status, ensuring they are aware of the available funds before performing any transaction. Next, we're going to look at void handle without perimeter. The handle loan function assists users in applying for a loan, offering two types of loan, personal and housing. The function begins by prompt the user to choose the type of loan they wish to apply for and desired loan amount. It then calculates the interest based on the loan type, 3% for personal loan and 2.5% for housing loan. The total amount to be repaid, including the principal and interest, it is calculated and displayed to the user. This function helps users to understand the financial implication of their loan, providing clarity on the total payment amount required. Lastly, I'm going to be explaining about the check pin match with parameter. The check pin match function is a crucial security feature that ensures the entered pin matches the stored pin for the user account. This function takes two arguments, the stored pin and the entered pin. It compares the two strings using string_com function and returns true 1 if they are identical and false 0 otherwise. This verification step is essential for authenticating the user during sensitive operations such as withdrawals and transfer, thereby preventing unauthorized access to the account. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, so for void update account file function, um, a C function called update account file, which is designed to simulate the process of updating account details by saving them to a file. So let's break down to the function step by step. The function update account file is defined with a void return type, meaning it does not return any value. So the file um *5 line declare a pointer to a file object. We use fopen to open a file name account.txt in write mode W. If the file does not exist, it will be created. So if fopen fails due to insufficient permission, it returns to the null. In that case, we print an error message and exist the function yearly using return lah. So next is fprint. Fprint is used to write format data to the file. It works similarly to the printf. But instead of printing to the console, it's print to the specific file in case lah. And the format string, name, date, IC, phone, age, balance, and PIN. This is a specific the layer of the output. The %s and %d and %2.f placeholder are replaced by the value of name, date, IC, HPH, balance, and PIN respectively. So lastly, we close the file using fclose to ensure all data is properly written and resources is released. So next is we'll discuss a simple function called getBalance. Which is designed to this function is designed to return the current balance of an account. So the function getBalance is defined with a float return type, meaning it return a floating point number. This is appropriate for representing monetary values, which can include fractional amount with decimal places, with 2 decimal places. Inside the function body, we use the return statement to return the value of the variable balance. So the getBalance function is straightforward. Its sole purpose is to return the value of the balance variable, which hold the current balance of an account, the current balance. This function is likely part of a larger program managing account details. So next, is we discuss about a function called display transaction message. So which is this function is designed to display a message related to a financial transaction. Let's break down the function step by step. The function display transaction message is defined with a void return type, meaning it does not return any value. It takes 2 parameters. First is float amount and second is constant char message. Constant is constant. This float amount parameter represent the transaction amount. And for constant char message, this parameter is a pointer to a constant character array, right? Because string representing the transaction message. So inside the function printf body, used to present the transaction detail to the console, the format string amount rm %.2f specify how the output should be formatted. And then so the display transaction message function is designed to display a formatted message that include a transaction amount and a corresponding message. So This function is useful for providing feedback to user about financial transaction. And then lastly, we go to void display account detail. So the function is the purpose of this function is to display the detail of an account. So parameter in there is name, date, IC, HP, age, balance, and PIN. But for this function, there are pointer for each and balance. Pointer are dereferenced to get the actual values. So for the formatted output, the function use printf to format and display each detail in readable manner.
So next is update account function. The update account function allows the user to update specific detail of an existing account. The function starts by displaying a menu asking the user what account details they want to update. The options are name, phone number, and PIN. The user enter their choice 1, 2, or 3. The function uses a switch statement to handle the user's choice. Case 1, if the user chooses to update the name. The function prompts the user to enter a new name and update the name variable. Case 2, if the user chooses to update the phone number. The function prompts the user to enter a new phone number and update the HP variable. Case 3, if the user chooses to update the PIN. The function prompts the user to enter a new PIN and update the PIN variable. If the user enters an invalid choice, which is other than 1, 2, or 3, the function print an error message and return without making any changes. After updating the selected detail, the function call update account file to save the changes to the file. Finally, the function print a success message indicating that the account has been updated. Next, deleted account. The delete account function simulates the deletion of an account by clearing all account detail and removing the account file. The function set all account-related variables to empty string or 0. This effectively clears all the stored account details. The function also removes the account file to complete the deletion process. Lastly, the function prints a success message indicating that the account has been deleted. Next is search account function. The search account function allows the user to search for an account by the account holder's name. The function prompts the user to enter the name of the account holder they want to search for. The function compares the entered name with the stored account holder name. If the name match, the function displays the account detail information about the account. If the name do not match, the function prints a message indicating that the account was not found. The function print a line indicating the end of the search process.